Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Look at that one.
Wow, look at all these fish.
I like this again.
Okay, one more time.
I love it.
You are a master. Welcome to dino fishing. Click on
The dinosaur fish.
All right, we have 7.
plus 1 equals
Here's
10.
7. What do we need to add to it? Okay, so we have 7, 8, 9, 10. You're right.
You got a bite. Reel it in as quickly as you found a fish. Let's catch
Whoa.
another one.
That's
Click
a
on the
scary
number
fish.
to complete.
Good morning, everyone. We've got a whole crew. My hair is currently drying. I don't know what the dog is trying to do. He's not supposed to be on the table. Ugh. We are finishing up our school day. We have a craft day for this. And then hopefully we're gonna stop. We're gonna take a walk.
You gotta cut yourself.
Yeah, he's gonna cut himself. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna go. We'll see you when we go on a walk.
No, what? What am I saying?
Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light.
Cannot get blacked off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meow. That's right.
Meow, that's right.
Hello. Oh my goodness, it is so freaking windy. How can it be 60 degrees and then just like hurricane blast winds? It's like, okay, it's not, but it's like 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I managed to get my hair up into a bun, but we're like frozen from sitting out there in the wind eating our lunch. And then our wonderful barista, who's so sweet, and even remember to give him a spoon for when he finishes his drink and wants to eat the kiwi out of it. She didn't notice that I wanted a hot drink because I figured my hands would be cold, so my hand is freezing. But yeah, we're out in the sun. You can see how sunny it is.
It's even cold.
Well, I've drank enough now I can hold this. I'm
Yes.
holding it above the drink now, so I'm a little bit better. But anyway, school was great. You liked your craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did some sewing. Watch your step. But we did it on paper, which is a great way for kids to start. He just did some free sewing and then did backstitch around the edge. We did a lot of addition and some sight words. And now we are done for the day. We usually don't do quiet time on Fridays because we see Uncle Yvonne. So hopefully after we get back, he'll come over. I don't know how long his day is. He's been waiting to start a new job. Yeah, that's our day so far. I know you can't see me at all. I can't see you either because my hair is crazy. But we are going to go get to the woods so we can be out of this wind.
I'll get 3 for you and 3 for me. Where? Throw it.
Hello, my lovely friends. We have had quiet time. I actually did Animal Crossing because I haven't done it. I don't even know. Not anytime recently. I set the time back a few days. It was on the actual correct day, but I put it back to the 8th, and it's the 11th today. But I just went through my mail. I've got 2 wonderful people in my Animal Crossing club who, despite me just being so swamped and constantly thanking them and apologizing, they continue to send me multiple things per day from my wish list. So like DIY recipes and just clothing and all this cool stuff that I wasn't able to go get when other friends were offering up, and I'm very grateful. So I always go straight to my mailbox and mark everything off my list to show respect for them doing all this hard work of sending me stuff, because they've got to be keeping track, because it's like 4 days go by and I'm not marking these things off because I haven't checked my mail. So I did that, and I'm still trying to redesign everybody who lives in my island house so that they have a little studio apartment. So Chevra the goat was up. She has like a mountain view because I thought, mountain goat, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Dog is barking because Danny and, it's so dark, Sebastian are going to pick up Chewy's. It's curbside pickup, so they're just gonna be in the car and the food will come out to them. It's a really great Mexican place that we love, but oh man, it's so dirty right now. And we're not showing you this nail pile that I can't touch because I'm afraid of messing up anything during tax season. So that's just right there. Yeah, we love that restaurant, and it's actually 60. We would go out to eat and sit outside on their patio. Hey, cut it out. He's so mad. But it's so freaking windy. The walk was lovely whenever we were in the trees, but holy moly, it was so windy that his lunchbox with 2 boiled eggs was like sliding across the table in the wind. It's like gusts of 30 miles per hour. Don't know what that would be in kilometers per hour. I don't even know how you calculate wind speed in metric. But yeah, too windy to eat out. I don't even know what I'm saying. The dog is melting my brain. He's mad. Okay, they're gone. They're pulling away. But yeah, we've just done quiet time. And it took me forever to do that. And then I wanted to curl up because I like to curl up. And I've just been really tired since we got back from our walk. Just really tired. Like sun overdose. I'm not used to the vitamin D or the exercise. I don't know. My body's not tired. It's just like my soul is tired. My life is tired. I know you know what I mean. But we came down at 5 instead of 4:30. And I decided I'm not going to paint because I need a solid hour because there's like 10 minutes of setup, 10 minutes of cleanup. It's hard to squish just a tiny little bit of paint out, and I need enough that it doesn't dry out when I mix it into the colors. So I have a decent amount of paint out and I don't want to waste it. These are small tubes. Nobody's paying me yet. So I have to commit to enough time to use up all that paint. I had to throw a little bit away yesterday. And also I'm hungry. I was really hungry. So I read a little bit and I was knitting. I am down to only this much yarn left. And I'm on the cuff. You can see this ridging is the cuff. They just sent my yarn. I chose the cheapest donkey shipping. They packed the burros back up. He's meandering across the country to me. I think the difference is if you pay $2 more, they actually send it the same day. So maybe I should have spent the $2. In the past, I haven't upgraded because it was like a $6 difference, but I guess that's because I was doing like bigger orders. I was trying to keep this fairly small. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, reading, a little knitting. I'm just gonna go ahead and tidy the kitchen, I think. All the pots are out because they were drying. I think I need to pack up some of those cupcakes and either toss them or put them in the fridge. I'm just gonna tidy. He's gonna message me when he gets the food because I have to cook a quesadilla for Jax. And I need to check in on Jax because he's not playing with his friends. His Switch is here, which probably means they're busy and he's on his iPad. But anyway, yeah, gonna go clean and I will see you on the other side of dinner. Hello everyone, it is bedtime. As you saw, I had my bath. I had it nice and hot so I could sweat out some toxins. I don't sweat very easily. I have to sit in like a 103-degree bath before it even happens, and it takes a little while. So that felt good. My hair kind of frizzed up. Got a polka dot here that's not bleached. That's what happens when you lighten your hair with braids in. Anyway, we just spoke, didn't we? Did we speak? We spoke when I was about to cook dinner. So I tidied up. I made Jax his dinner. He just likes quesadillas and he's really picky about it. So we just, in the pandemic, started making him one at home when we ordered Mexican food, and he's happy about that. And they got home with the food, which is delicious, but my stomach is super pissed off because I keep trying to have dairy. And just earlier I was like, oh, I'm doing so great. I had like 3 tablespoons of yogurt. Twice this week I've had like 1 tablespoon of cream cheese on a bagel, and I just had maybe a teaspoon of queso, cheese dip. My stomach, my intestines have been pissed off all day, including before breakfast. So like, what the hell, Stephanie, why did you have yogurt? And yeah, right after dinner they were pissed off again, so the bath felt nice. It was very soothing on my sore body from, you know, your abdomen starts to hurt. Oh yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, in case you didn't know, but feeling okay right now. He's in the bath, doesn't really need it, but I always save it just in case. And obviously we did not see Yvonne today, and I just played Mario Kart, like the ancient one, the Mario Kart Wii with Sebastian. I get so stressed out. I'm feeling anxious now after that, but I just wanted to make him happy because my husband was downstairs on his computer and Jax was up with his friends on FaceTime. So hopefully that made him happy. I won the first race, but after that I was like 12th place. My hand was done. It was hurting. I still have a dent in my thumb that's a circle button shape. But the main problem I had was that it splits the screen in these flat, skinny slices. And the first track was fine. It was just a road. But then it was these hilly, sandy things, and you couldn't see where you're going. You just saw a few inches in front of your vehicle. So I kept running into walls and everything. And then my hand just hurt too much, so I gave up trying to push the button. And here we are. It is bedtime. Don't know what's going on tomorrow. Cass, I'm sorry I didn't paint, but usually 1 or 2 days a week I just need a break. And I was tired and it was running late because we had lunch out at Starbucks and a nice hour-long walk. I didn't mention it, but on our walk, about 3/4 of the way, we're deep in the woods. It does have houses all along the path, like their backyards. There was a man and he was just like studying the trees and stuff, and he sees us approaching. We're picking up acorns and looking at the trees too, and he starts telling us, he's like, oh, look at this little tiny plant here that has a few dead leaves clinging to it. That's a chestnut tree. Come back in 8 years and it might have some chestnuts. Oh wait, and over here, this is a persimmon tree. And if you go find this white stake around the bend, that's where I planted a pawpaw tree. And he was just telling us all this awesome stuff, and Sebastian was showing off his acorns, and it was so wholesome, and I wanted to adopt him because I miss my daddy so much, and he had passions for things like that. And if trees were my daddy's thing, I could totally see him being the exact same way. So that was just heartwarming, and yeah. And it was nice to see our Starbucks people. We're trying to binge a little bit because they're closing on the 27th. One of our favorites was there. So we order outside at the table. I couldn't even see inside because it was really, really sunny. So they had the blinds pulled. So after I ordered and gave it a minute or two, I went to the door to look through the door, and she's like, oh, we've got it. I didn't think it was my order because I ordered the hot coffee and there was 2 cold drinks, but I'm like, they do that quite often. If it's cold out, they give me a hot drink. If it's hot out, they give me a cold drink regardless of what I order. So, what are you doing? It's so loud.
That way out here.
All right. Be careful. It gets all hairy.
And there's the penguin.
Oh my goodness. In the dog hair. The dog lays in here when we're getting ready for bed, and I think he saves up all his hair to shed right at that moment. Anyway, yeah, she had all our stuff ready, packed up our lunch into a bag, and she's like, I even put a spoon in there for you. I couldn't hear what she said at first, and I was in a mask, so I can't read lips. And she's like, and I put da-da-da in there for you. I'm like, oh, thank you. But I looked inside to see what it was, and she put a spoon, and it's because Sebastian, when he gets a tea, he likes to add like kiwi fruit or strawberries to it, and then he likes to eat the fruit with a spoon after he's done the drink. So I'm gonna miss them. We gotta find out where they're all going, because I think most of them are staying in the area. They're just getting shifted. Jesus Christ. You're gonna have to wait a minute. I'm gonna have to go clean up all that shit again. He's building towers and obviously failing tonight. It happens to the best of us. But it's so messy and everywhere. Everywhere is messy and I hate it. But life is busy right now. It's very busy. But Sebastian learned how to count by 10 this week, and he is a rock star. Before, he was great at counting, but every time he'd get to like 29, 39, he would look over to me because he couldn't remember what came next, and then I'd say 40 and he'd go 41, 40, da, da, da. So he can count by 10. He can just go pew, 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 and rattle them all off. I think he needs to connect the two in the brain, but he could if he stops and thinks at this point. So that's great. We just had a good week school-wise. I feel like we made a lot of good progress in things. And I guess that's my update. I need to go pick up all those toys and not go too long on this. It's already, how does time go so fast? But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Saturday, another one. At least you got to see outside, even though it's ugly and wintry here. And I hope you're great. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy. We need to chat this weekend about COVID and all that, because it's like COVID's canceled here. People are done with COVID, so they're like, nah, no more COVID. So we will catch up on that. I'm still processing. Things are still changing and it's overwhelming me. So I'm just going to say goodnight instead. Good night, friends. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.